Hi all. Right, about to start turn 8. Just looking back on the last part though, I've noticed a mistake. I haven't watched all of it back yet, so it's a rather longer episode than we've had. They're obviously getting a bit longer, whether it's me yakking on a bit, quite possibly. Well, sure some of you might have spotted it, but I'll show you. Okay, it was down in here. Green was firing. Yes, and we had this position disrupted, so it was only getting 2 shots. I can't even remember what the first hit was. Hang on. Yeah, okay. The reason I couldn't find the first hit was there wasn't a first hit. Like I say, this was disrupted, so we had 2 shots firing from green, and it was firing at diamonds. Again, my friendly symbol at the minute, not. And the only unit we picked was this guy that was in sporadic, so I disrupted him. So in actual fact, that would have stayed the same. However, there was a priority before that should have been hit. This unit was in here. And I must have lifted up every unit round about to check the symbol underneath, apart from this one. And he's sitting in steady green fire. So unfortunately, he would have took a hit. I was a bit gutted when I seen that because, well, for all the reasons. Now, I moved it into there now. Well, I suppose I'll just leave it because that's where I moved it. It's just I did consider moving it into here. And the reason I didn't, obviously, was because it was, and this would have been a preservation move, because it would have been then I couldn't concentrate target. However, I wonder if I feel myself allowed to do that. Because the fact now that he's taken a hit, I possibly would have moved him into here rather than here. Let's just think about that for a second. Yeah, I'm tempted to allow myself this one. It's not exactly there's no new information. You know, this would have been the last moves of the turn. Well, yeah, this was in my action phase, so. However, I'd prefer both these. It's nice to have them both stacked. That's what I should have thought back when Martin mentioned that tank. Why did I not stack them together? Again, just this like I feel like if I started the game over right now, I'd like to think I would do a lot of things better. But however, yeah, like I say, it'd be nice to have them stacked, but it'd also be nice if they were both on this hex, I think, because my next progression from there would probably be, well, mind you, this is intense red, isn't it? But would it probably be along this way, maybe? I could move them up this way and around, I suppose. Coming around, up and around that way. I'm not sure, actually. It would be nice to have them together and maybe just use day 2 because we've got the HQ coming in here. I'll back up a wee bit. HQ is going to come in this area and he's got plenty to support around there, so maybe these 2 infantry units could come sort of up towards the blue and the red positions because there's only this other infantry here and we've got that tank. It's, well, oh, we moved that tank out of danger, didn't we? Well, out of danger, but okay, I think I can allow myself to have made that move into there then, instead of in there. It's slightly safer hex as well because it's only instead of blue and blue's disrupted. So hope you guys are all right with that. I feel okay about that one. It's funny when Martin mentioned he felt I was a bit harsh on myself. But what he suggested I could have done, if I'd thought about, I might have done when I blundered and done the barrage disruption, and then realised I could have attacked. he had said, why didn't I just disrupt this from the barrage and then allow myself to have then had the attack. And I suppose if I'd thought it that way, it wouldn't have meant cards going back or shuffling cards or anything like that. I would have just said, look, that was an accident. I didn't mean to barrage this one. Use the 2 barrages on it as well, so it's possible one of them could have had the symbol, because I think the first one I drew didn't have brown, didn't it? And I had to go again. But I would have been... However, just draw the 2 cards, let that be barraged, and then allow myself the action to disrupt. If I'd thought about that, I would have maybe let that one go, but it was my fault as well, so I deserve what I get, maybe. Okay, but yeah, I feel okay about that, because like I say, nothing else has changed. All we did after that was shuffle the cards up and get ready for the next turn. So, okay, but yeah, the downside is I lost a step on a unit, but I don't want to make mistakes, so that was one that I just caught. Hopefully I'll add a wee comment to the beginning so that you don't have to point it out to me. Yeah, I've got the video uploaded and ready to go. I just like to glance over them just to see. Right, anyway, that's all I think we need to talk about, so let's get moving on with some landing. Let's get this HQ on the board. That's what we want. Right, so landing card in the east. No mines, good. So what we got under here? We've got a circle. Oh, this is the artillery, and a diamond. Oh, the big artillery is getting delayed, isn't it? I think the A is a delay. I recall it's a D that's the best one, and we've not got a D on that, so I think possibly D is the rarest one. Well, I could be making that up. Right, what's first on the card? It's a diamond, so that's a C. So diamond anti-aircraft. And we're still in turn, yeah, we're still within 4 to 14. That's lose a step, isn't it? So C's lose a step. Where are we? Right, and then bear in mind, these aren't actually landing as of yet, so the HQ can decide still. So, well, that lands in there with the loss of a step. And then what we've got after that, we've got our infantry is going to be the triangle, so it's a B. So that's going to drift 1 box east. That's okay. Yeah, we didn't really want the big drift with that, so let's drift 1 box east with a B, yeah, and in. So there's 2 units in there now, and still only 4 steps because that one lost a step, so there's a plus or a minus to that, I suppose, that anti-aircraft losing that step. And then, yeah, finally this is an A, which is going to be delayed, isn't it? Yeah, delayed, placed 3 turns ahead on the turn track. So, oh well, there you go. Maybe some of you would have said, I think I would have voluntarily delayed that guy. Well, I've not had the choice. He's getting delayed. Unfortunately, it's 3 turns ahead, so it's probably more than I would have liked it. So, well, in actual fact, HQ doesn't have a choice, does it? None of the units that it was stacked with drifted. So he's got to go in there, but I think that's exactly where we wanted him anyway, wasn't it? And that ranged infantry stayed around as well, so that's even better. So that's nice. Right, we've got a couple of units to land over in the west, so we'll get the card for that. Okay, so landing the card in the west. We've got some mines this time. Okay, that's more than likely going to be a hit then. Right, well, let's see how this happens. I think it's when they land, because I suppose there is a chance. These are both artillery, aren't they? Oh, they're both the same symbol. Oh, and this is maybe a time we would have wanted them delayed. They're going to... What is B? Oh, it's drift. I thought it was always a step. No, that's C, isn't it? So they're both a B. So they're going to drift 2 boxes east. 1, 2. No, thought we were just about getting away with that. We're not, are we? Now this guy's going to go 1, 2, and then land in a clear hex. So no obstacles there. Unfortunately, this guy's just one short. 1, 2, and he's in here. Whereas if he'd got into here, where did we put him? DW2. If we'd put him on DW1, that would have been perfect. So 1, 2, and then in. But he gets hit by the mines. I'm assuming it's just any unit that lands. Let's just have a look here. Yeah, so it just says during mid-tide turns 7 to 15, if any units in the sector will land in a mid-tide waterline hex with uncleared beach obstacles, you must remove a step from one such unit of your choice. So, yeah, I mean, if we had multiples, it would be our choice. But this guy landed in a cleared hex, and he was just one short, so he's got to take a step loss. Hey-ho. Oh well. He's in a good... Well, to be honest, he's in a good spot, because Orange is still disrupted as well, so... And he's adjacent to the general, so... I mean, ideally you want the artillery with your HQ. I think I talked about that earlier, but after reading that part about how the artillery... It's just artillery, I think, isn't it? That requires... Yeah, it says in command of an HQ, and it specifies not a general. And that's for artillery units. Whereas tank, anti-tank, and anti-air don't care. They're happy to have an HQ or a general. So it's just... So, although I'm saying he's adjacent to this, but he'll get a free move and then be able to budge along beside his HQ anyway. So... And, yeah, in actual fact, that was, I mean, not nice. I'm losing a step, I suppose, but it wasn't terrible. Right, okay, so what we got, let's see what we've got coming in the next turn. Okay, so we get 4 of these, well, two on this side, there's 2 on the other. This artillery, this is DUKW artillery now. I've not read too much of my book yet. I've started it, but like I say, I'm a slow reader, so I'm sure this game will be well into it, and I'll be telling you I'm only a little bit through it. I don't find the time, to be honest. If I want to sit and play these games, recordings, and I have got quite a bit of time on my hands at the minute. I'm not at work at the moment, so for certain reasons, but so I do have a bit of time, but reading, I need to be in total silence, no distractions. I'm one of these people that's needs to do it that way. I wish I was like some of you guys that could just read a book in a day, maybe less, some of you. Right, what was it I was looking for? Yeah, the DUKW. So I don't know what that stands for, I'm afraid. Let me see if we can find out. Okay, I can't find it. It might well be in the rule book somewhere, but I can't see it. It just says it's Amphibious Artillery Battalion, DUKW. It's probably in the designer's notes, when the wee story bit, the wee booklet, but I've got that down the stairs because I started reading that, and again, I think I'd briefly looked at that before, years ago, but I started reading that again. Then, of course, I got the book, but I've left it down the stairs, so I'm sure I would find the information for there. So sorry, I can't tell you. I'm sure some of you all know what it is. So this is artillery. However, it's not like the other ones we just brought on board. It's not armoured either. So got the feeling there's something. Oh, you know what it is? It's the landing for it. It's got a separate landing, which is not good at all. So my guess is these weren't as good. Oh well, they're Amphibious Artillery Battalion. So Right. So they weren't. Yeah, whereas the other ones were like self-propelled. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, so they must have had a harsher time getting landed because they've got a separate table where their A result is eliminated, B result is lose a step, C result is lose 2 steps, and the D is a no effect. So you've really only got one good result, that's the D. Yeah, so keeping your fingers crossed, especially for the big 9 strength one. Okay, so these are landing on ER, and again we want to try and keep them close to the HQ, I suppose. So what's there's no drift options at all, is there? It's just lose steps. I suppose I don't want to take the risk that they're not both going to get a D result, are they? I'm just thinking about starting them here so that they land into here, and the HQ, well, it might have moved, but if anything, it'll not have moved too far, I don't think. And it's not as if we need the use of these right away. Oh, well, there's a thought. Maybe these are some of the things that you should delay. Oh, yeah, that's a good idea. Hang on. Oh, no. I'm just looking. The landing table changes again come start of the 15th turn. But the steps are exactly the same. Eliminated, lose a step, lose 2 steps, and no effect. But should I maybe delay these? Is that something that you should maybe do? I don't know. I'm going to have to hear some of your comments about that, guys, I think. So, if I put them both as... We've got 6 steps. I suppose one of them could land, one of them could take a step loss. Yeah, there is possibility of us ending up with 5 steps. It's probably unlikely, but yeah, I'm finding it too unlikely, and I think I'd like them both in that hex, I think. Because that's also the safer hex to land in. It's just got green. So. Right, okay, I'll just go with that. Right, let's see where the other 2 are going. So these 2 guys are the same strength. These are going in the EG, so way across here. Nowhere near their HQ, so yeah, okay. Right, I'm gonna put I don't know then. Maybe this is delaying these. That could be a reason, but the HQ. It's going to be a lot of work for them to like get along that way, isn't it? Towards the HQ, but I suppose the general will help, and he's coming up over this way. Right, I'll put. Yeah, I don't think I'll tempt as much fate this time. I think I'll put him. This is the best hex to land in. Sort of. It brings red into it, whereas this one's just intense brown and orange, isn't it? Yeah, okay. We'll go with that. Right, okay. Time for a good event this time. Right, here we go. An event, and we're on turn 8. Oh, come on. Our depth marker. Okay, so the closest. I'll zoom out a little bit so you can see a bigger picture a bit. Across this side. Now this is a reinforcement position, so I think it wants to prioritise the WM positions, but well, you know what? Better find the exact priority because it might still look at closest. It's 9.2. Always seem to remember that one. So German unit closest in hexes, so that is the priority. So it could end up being a. Mind you, there's probably so he's 2 away, right? That's 3 away. These have all got depth. This disrupted guy in blue is 2 away as well. So he has a WM position, but I think takes priority over the reinforcement positions. This one's 2 away as well. He's got depth. And this one's 2 away. Oh, this one's adjacent. Oh, that's the one we've just destroyed, isn't it? So it's gonna build back in our depth, I think. Just when you have a look over that side, there's this. He's got depth, and he's got depth. So this is the closest one, being adjacent. And he's the only adjacent one, isn't he? There's plenty within 2, but yeah. So we're going to build back some. I mean, I don't know. It's maybe not awful that, because we feel like we're in a position. This means we're going to take another turn and like have to do something to it. But right, let me grab a depth marker. Yeah, like I say, he's disrupted at the moment as well, so that's good. So he had BZ, didn't he? Yeah, he's got BZ, which is bazookas. Now he's got another depth, which we don't know about. This guy is not given BZ, but we've got this tank and a full strength ranged infantry unit adjacent. And I was going to say in actual fact we've got this, but that's not the case, is it? Because he needs to be with an HQ, not a general. Okay. I don't know if that's a good or a bad, really. At least it's on a disrupted unit, you know. I mean, well, it's not a good result. It's not a good event. I mean, but whether it's a better result than putting it on a unit with it's maybe in the open, ready to do damage to us. Right, that's the event done. So we're on to the German fire phase again. Alright, time for some fire in the east. Here we go. And no artillery, so that's a good thing. Let's see if I can get a slightly better angle here. I'll zoom out a little bit just now. And yeah, there we go. So what we got? We've got double orange, red, and double brown. Double brown's not happening. The brown places are inland. The red's going to be a yuck, and the orange too, I think. So hitting triangles this time. So I'll start with the double orange. Well, we do have double orange, and this tank's an intense. These are diamonds. Yeah, we've got plenty of diamonds, haven't we? Well, if it comes down to it, these are concentrated. So oh, there's a triangle here. Hang on, that's sporadic. Oh, that's going to be annoying. If it's that, isn't it? It's going to disrupt that infantry. Oh, we do have that infantry adjacent anyway. Green's not firing, is it? Right, okay. Right, okay, so this is an intense tank, so that's the first hit. So, and then satisfying our second hit. Well, this is 1, 2, 3 away, and this is 1, 2, 3 away. Ooh, if it comes down to the choice, that's going to be good, because we can just pick these guys. Or one of these guys. It's diamond, diamond, diamond. What is that? Oh, grr. Bound to find something in that stack, you'd think. Yeah, so it doesn't go on here. Yeah, we're gonna looking for a triangle in here. Oh. Right. Well, I found our target. So he's taking a hit. Well, at least I spotted it this time. rather than just, like I say, I was looking back on that video, that last part, and I thought I must have picked up every unit except the one that mattered. No, well. Well, that wasn't good, was it? I mean, he was an intense, so fair enough, but catching that ranged infantry. And here was me thinking I could just disrupt one of these guys and get away with it all as well. Grr. Right, okay, on to red then, which is, bring the card around that. Let's see if we can get in a wee bit closer. So we've got 3 shots from red. Yeah, that tank, after spending that action to bring it in there, is just going to go, I think. So that's only intense. So that's 1 hit, that tank's away. Why have I got 2 units just lying there? I've got a tank and artillery lying here. Oh, wait a minute, I've missed something. Oh, what have I done? Oh, they've just been eliminated from previously, and I've just laid them aside. Yeah, they must have been. I'll show you them here. Actually, they were lying on the other sides as well. They're just lying at the side of the table here, like in no man's land. I know what it was. These were the 2 units that had to drown, if you like. They got left in the water. That's what it was, right? Okay, I'm better putting these away before I get confused with that. Hang on a sec. Okay, so the tank's 1 of our hits. This is, what is this? These are diamonds as well, and sporadic. And that's as far as it goes along. This guy looks like he's taking a hit though. But we just need to double check over the other sector. Because it's red. Right, it doesn't go into there, and it doesn't go into there, I don't think. Just this hex below here. This is red. He's just on his own. Diamond. Yeah, so it is this guy, he's taking a hit. Yeah. And, well, that's got to be that. They're only going to get 2 hits rather than the 3 that you could have. Still not great. Probably would have been having an attack with that one, whether I am now or not. I'm pretty sure we're getting that HQ on board. I might have been able to spare an action for this guy to attack that red position, but now he's only 4 strength and lost some of his weapons. It's risky. Okay, and then the last position was double brown, but like we've said, you've only got the 2, well, we've now got 2 reinforcement brown positions up there. They haven't got depth yet, but they only fire round about. You'll see their fire dots. This just comes down to here, and this one I think must just come into this hex here, I think. So they don't get down to the beach. That's only for when we get if and when we get further up off the beaches. Okay, right, we'll get some fire in the west now. Okay, see what we got. Well, no artillery again. That's always good. Right, so we've got purple, double blue. Double blue's a way along at the cliffs, isn't it? And brown. Yeah, we've still got that single position, haven't we? And it's a single brown again. Yeah, it was a double brown on the card over in the east here. That would have done. Yeah. Okay, great. Right, where's purple then? Oh, yeah, we do have purple. Yeah, that's along that way as well, isn't it? Right, let's have a look along there. So purple's got 3 shots to fire. Firing at diamonds. This guy looks like he's in trouble. Don't think we've got anything in intense. Purple, there's nothing here. So, yeah. Doesn't get along to here, does it? I'm probably blurring things there. I noticed that, yeah, I don't know if my other phone did that. It's obviously the autofocus when I move my hand in the way and it blurs everything behind it. I get, there it's there, isn't it? I get how that happens. I don't know if that's worthy of switching off. But then it just, when you take your hand back again, it resets the focus. I'm sure it's not terribly bad. I just don't seem to remember. I think that app that I had, that Filmic Pro, you could focus on the bits better, but I don't know. I'm not clever enough for all that stuff, so. Right, what am I looking for? Purple, right? Purple's not getting along there. So, he's in steady fire. This is steady fire too. Is there a diamond? There is not. And this is sporadic fire. There is a diamond. So, and this guy's not. He's in blue and brown. Okay, so this guy's taking a hit. And this guy under here is going to be disrupted. Remember, put that unit back, Grant. So this guy here, he's a diamond. He's okay though. So remember that unit is disrupted underneath. So it's just the two, I think. Right, then we've got double blue, which is along this way as well. So he's a triangle. And right, he would have hit. Oh, yeah, he's going to disrupt him as well, isn't he? That's, well, yeah, no, it's annoying, isn't it? Although, would I have been having a go with that? Maybe. So I think that can happen, because I think they can be hit and also disrupted. I'm pretty sure of that. So he's hit from that position, and he's got 2 hits to dish out, and he can actually reach this and disrupt that. So let me double check. Yeah, 6.33. Disruption as a result of German fire. A US unit hit by fire may become disrupted instead of or in addition to losing a step. Which is not what's happening here, but place a disrupted mark on the unit. An already disrupted unit that incurs another disruption result is not further affected. And then the last part is the bit, a unit may be disrupted by fire from one position and lose a step as a result of fire from another position in the same fire phase. So it's kind of the other way about. We're getting the step loss and then we're getting a disruption. But like we said, these can go in any order. So yeah, my belief is that guy's not only hit, he is disrupted as well, which is not good. Because I probably would have done the same as that guy, and even though he's 3 strength, just had a go. Because it's shingle, it's just the unit that's double, mind you, yeah. 3 against, yeah, he wasn't getting any enhancements at all, was he? So well, maybe I wouldn't be attacking then. Right, however, I'm not attacking him now anyway, that's for sure. Okay, so finally brown, so I'll come back along. Yeah, brown and single brown, and there's only one brown, and oh, don't. We don't want that guy disrupted. That's a triangle and a circle, so that's alright. That's a triangle. There's a diamond there. He's going to take the hit, isn't he? Oops. Or is there... Hang on, is this intense? Oh, yeah, it is. So we do have intense with this. Yeah, that's probably okay. These artillery... well, that's anti-aircraft, isn't it? Let's... Oh, hang on. Oh, no, we've got a tank here as well. Right, hold fire. This is an intense... Oh, in fact, this is an intense... Yeah, I forgot. This was me moving my tanks off the beach. Now, he's got the symbol. Well, let's rewind here. This could be okay, because I still get the feeling it's going to be my choice between the 3. Because they've all got 2 steps. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. They're all the same away. So I don't think the symbol's got anything to do with it. Not when we're in the tens. Yeah, that's what I was thinking. There's no armor symbol, but it's an intense fire anyway. So, yeah, I don't think that comes down to it. They're all in intense fire, and then if you need to select from among units within one of these priorities, select the US unit closer to the firing position, then the unit with the most steps. If a choice still remains, you choose. Yeah, so no mention of the symbol there. Didn't think there was. So they've all got 2 steps, and they're all within the same distance. Well, that was the first priority. So yeah, we are indeed taking that anti-aircraft as the hit. So that was fortunate, I think. Yeah, so that's a score. Both tanks, full strength. They've both got free moves. So they're both going to get up to a better place. Okay, good. Right, I forgot to check for disruption removal. That's all. That's all the fire. Yeah, he was only got 1 shot. So yeah, over in the east with no disruption to remove. What was it? Orange, red, and brown. The only thing we had disrupted was blue, so it's staying down. And then in the west, orange is staying again. It's been down for a while, hasn't it? Brown is coming back off again. But we know what this is, don't we? In fact, what is this? Do we just know the BG in a radio? Yeah, okay, so that's going to cause a slight issue. We can get the radio from this if... Well, right, we'll worry about that when it comes. Okay, that seemed... Well, yeah, it wasn't bad. I mean, the last 2 fire phases have been a bit better. The one before that was horrendous, but... Yeah, I figured that one wasn't too bad. We still did take... Well, over here, the Ranger, that was a bummer. I'm not only getting hit, but getting disrupted. And then over this side, we got 2 full strength, and this was one of the ranged ones as well. But you know something's going to go with. So, right, so fire phase over. Let's check for some clearance of the beaches. So orange, red, and well, there's no brown down anyway. So orange, yeah, it starts along there in orange, comes in here. That's green and blue. What is this? That's green and orange. So, alright, hang on. No, actually, I realise I can turn these back around again. Well, no artillery, so the fire phase is done. So, so where was I? Sorry, orange. Yeah, so we can clear here. What? No, it's only here, isn't it? Which we've already got cleared. Ah, dear. Not getting much moving at all on that side. Yeah, because then red takes over and goes right to the end. Okay, we're in the west. So purple, blue, brown. So brown starts here. That's brown in there. Well, we've got 1 here, which is orange and red. Well, actually, yeah, we've got a few here, haven't we? That's purple. So, yeah, to be honest, we've got these 3 to choose from. The only guys that are landing are way along further, aren't they? So, where would I want to land? That's not a bad hex, actually. Right, we'll just go with that one then. Oops. Alright, go with that one. Okay, well that's it. That's all for the engineers. So now on to our action phase. I might have to take a little bit of a break, but what I'll do is I'll just pause the camera at the minute and well, I might end up cutting it, I suppose, so we'll see. Okay, back for some US action phase. Yeah, okay, and now we've got that HQ on board, haven't we? It's in here somewhere, isn't it? Yeah. And that to the top, so it reminds me. Yes, okay. So, nothing disrupted there. No preservation moves available. All these are going to get free moves. So this is outside that quota, and then a slight adjustment I made here. Blue stayed disrupted, which is quite nice. So there might be an action on these guys. Yeah, we've got this. We've not been at this yet, have we? This is the first chance having a go at this orange, which we probably should. That tank took a hit. This tank had taken a hit as well, hasn't it? Well, we can't barrage an attack anyway. What I potentially could have done was attack with that and got the support from that tank. But that uses up both of our actions. And this guy's sitting up here, wondering what am I doing up here? I've never been up here before. I don't know what I do. I mean, it's... Yeah, I suppose if I can get something done with orange, I could maybe bring them through here, but we're still going to have the infiltration move through there. Infiltration move, yeah, I've not spoke about it yet. I think you draw the card, it's got to have the colour and the symbol. That's my thinking, so we would have to draw a purple diamond. If we did draw a purple diamond while making that move, he would take a hit. I'm telling you all that. That's just off my memory, so I'm not so sure that is perfect. So hang on, infiltration move. You move a US unit from a hex adjacent to and in the field of fire of an occupied and non-disrupted German position to a hex that is also adjacent to and in the field of fire of the same position. The US unit is attempting to infiltrate past the German position and may be immediately fired upon. Upon attempting the move, make a special draw of a fire card if it shows both the colour of the German position and the target symbol of the infiltrating US unit. You must remove a step from the US unit. If the German position has no depth marker, the colour symbol must be a single symbol. Oh, okay. Right, but he does have depth in order to affect. And then if the infiltrating US unit loses a step, you may choose to complete the move or keep the unit in the hex from which it started the move. In either case, the unit has performed an action. And there's a couple other bits actually. If it's going by 2 units. Yeah. Which actually, this might be the case, huh? If infiltrating past 2 German positions, draw 1 card. If the unit's target symbol and either position colour appear, unit loses a step. No additional penalty if both colours appear. Yeah, so at the moment, if you were to try and infiltrate into here, we would draw 1 card, and if either a purple or orange diamond turned up, he would take a hit. So, I mean, you got to get the colour and the symbol, so it's not awful, but you know, it can happen. Right, anyway, well, we're not be making a move with that guy this turn anyway. So I suppose that, yeah, the big decision is we make an attack with this. This is shingle, so unit's going to get doubled. Depth is not. We take a chance that he's a 1, double into a 2, then we disrupt him. Problem is, this tank's sitting in orange and green intense fire, isn't it? Oh. Yeah, it's orange and green. Grant. Well, we're hopefully going to take care of this position. Yeah, I think we can, can't we? Because we can get the tank involved this time, bring in the artillery that's required. Okay, well, I suppose if we're definitely doing that, we should probably concentrate on this position first then. Okay, I was just wondering if we could get away with just attacking with a tank and our infantry here, but we need BG, AR and DE. Well, we get DE from this infantry, we get AR from the tank, but we don't get BG from any of them. So we do have to actually attack with this. But this and the tank would be enough. So we could do something else with that infantry underneath. Yeah, I could possibly move them up to here. Maybe. But we want to do the attack first, make sure we disrupt us, and then we've not got the infiltration move problem if we are wanting to do that. So I always just feel a bit unsure about like going ahead with something, because of just the clumsy mistakes I made earlier on. No, I need to get past that and just get on with it. Right, okay, so the HQ is giving these guys a free move, so this infantry is going to attack here, and the tank is going to support it, bringing along the artillery that's required. Yeah, pretty sure I'm going with that. So it's just across shingles, so the unit's double depth is not. So we've got a strength of 3, we're attacking with 10. And we have the weapons, BG from the infantry, and DE from the infantry. So we've got the Bangalore torpedoes and the demolitions from the infantry, and the artillery comes from the tank. So we have double depth markers, eliminated, units disrupted. So good stuff. Right, so our depth marker gone. Good. Right then, and then what we've got under here, I've got that infantry, the range one that took a hit, and then we've got this anti-aircraft. We still want to move them out of this position, I guess. So I'm wondering, am I going to move this? Mainly just to make space, then I can move that that two-step infantry, because if I move the two-step infantry and that into here, we are getting a concentrate target, so we don't want that. Right, so I will, I think, make a free move with this guy into here. Now, we don't need to do the infiltration check because the unit is disrupted. Right, and we'll bring the anti-aircraft into here, and that infantry and beside the tank, I think. And yeah, and then the HQ in there as well. Oops. That looks good, I think. So we're poised to take out that unit. Oh, some clumsy counter moments here, aren't we? Ready to take that unit out next turn, and then hopefully move in. That's not intense fire in there, is it? No. Move into there. Possibly move this infantry up the slope here. Yeah, because it'd be good to be attacking into that from, you know, without any downside. Okay, so that's all our free moves. So probably not really wanting to use an action on this guy anyway, because he's going to get a free move next turn, whether I want to use an action here or I'm kind of sort of tempted to attack with both, but then I'm leaving this tank in intense green fire, and this is still going to fire. I suppose the other things we could have a pop at, try to disrupt it, barrage it, so, but that's colour and symbol because he's only 2 strength. Okay, let me think about this. I think I'm going to use both actions to attack, actually. I mean, we've got... No, this tank got reduced as well, though, didn't it? It's just that we're leaving this tank in a bit of a vulnerable spot. If green turns up, then he's gone. And that's assuming we also disrupt this guy. But we do have that full strength tank in there. That's kind of it regarding tanks, so, but... I mean, we're almost at the stage, well, maybe not quite, but we're getting close to the bit where the tanks can't move any further anyway, so I'm not saying that means that I'm happy with losing them, but yeah, I think it's wise to have a go at this orange spot because, you know, these two are in orange, this is vulnerable from orange, and obviously these two are as well. And it would mean that if green did fire, one of its hits would actually be assigned to this tank rather than the good stuff that we've got going here. Again, sounds harsh, but hey-ho. Right, so let's do this. Let's attack with this, and supported by the tank. The tank's adjacent to the attacking infantry, so that works. It's within range. So we have 6 and a bunch of weapons. What is BGMOBR, and then the tank's bringing along AR, BZ, and the machine guns. So that's a pretty good combination then. Right, so and we're just through Shingle. So stretch up there and double check that. Where are we, Shingle? Where's it? Yeah. Unit strength, doubled, depth not. Okay. Right, so 6 against... What have we got? Oh, it's a 2 as well. Well, just as well we've done what we've done, and not just attack with the unit. Yuck. I think we've got the weapons though, haven't we? So that's 6 against 4. BZ and MG. Well, yes, the tank brings both of them on, doesn't it? Yeah, it does. So, yes, we have the weapons. Attack strength is greater, but not doubled. So we still reveal the depth marker. Ooh, this could... As long as there's only a 1, I think. Well, it depends if we have the weapons as well, doesn't it? Right, we're having to see the depth anyway. Oh, okay. I know you sometimes get some of them. Well, I think that's good in a way. Well, it certainly could have been worse. We might have got away with it if it had just been a 1 and we had the weapons. I think we would have been alright. Because our attack strength would have been greater, but not double. As long as we got the weapons, we still would have eliminated the depth marker, yeah. Right, so when that happens, I think we take a wee pause and do the tactical reinforcement first. Okay, so it's 9.4, German tactical reinforcements triggered by a WN depth marker. A German reinforcement unit enters play when you reveal a WN depth marker reading tactical reinforcement. At the moment this happens, immediately conduct the following. So remove the depth marker from play. Okay, we will do that. Draw a reinforcement unit from the tactical reinforcement pool. Right, I'll go and get one. Okay, I've got one of them, and place it in the unoccupied German reinforcement position nearest to the WN position from which you remove the depth marker, even if that reinforcement position has no ID number. So I think it's probably that blue position, that A2. Yeah, because these are all covered. So that is going to be the nearest. It's 1, 2, 3 away. Yeah, there's nothing else doing there. So that's going to go in A2. Tactical reinforcement. A German tactical reinforcement unit. It says if 2 or more positions are equidistant, place the reinforcement in position closest to a US unit. If still equidistant, the lower numbered unit. Well, we didn't. It was only that one. That one's the closest. For purposes of placing a reinforcement triggered by a WN without an ID number. Well, I'm not bothered about that just now. A reinforcement triggered by a WN may only be taken from the tactical reinforcement pool and is placed without a depth marker. If the pool is empty, the reinforcement does not enter play. Oh, that would have been even better. There's still three of them left in the pool yet. Anyway, so yeah, okay. So that's that done, and then we go back to our combat really. So we were 6 against 4, weren't we? 6 against his 4, and we have the weapons. Oh yeah, this could be good, couldn't it? So we've got attack strength greater but not double. We've got the weapons. The unit's on its own now. Yeah, we're killing him. Attack strength greater but not double. Yeah, he's gone. Excellent. Well, that's good. That's just as well we attack with that tank, because what we would have had 4 against 4, so that would have been equal. That would have been a no effect if we had done that. So, all right, we've got our first goal. Jolly good. So that's nice. That's orange out of the gate. Well, at the moment anyway. That's it. Taken. Now we can progress up here and maybe come along. I don't know. Well, we'll need to think about what we're going to do next. Right, I think that's our action phase over in the east, isn't it? Let's use both our actions. So, I forgot about this. Was contemplation along here, wasn't it? But to be honest, I don't really fancy that attack. I think that unit was only getting doubled as well, wasn't it? That's an anti-tank ditch. Unit strength double, depth is not. So, well, you see what would have happened there if we had attacked with just the one unit. It wouldn't have went terribly well. That was more important than that one, though, I think. Well, nothing we can do about that now. But I don't feel like I've made the wrong choice there. Anyway, I think that was the right one to do. And no preservation moves. No, everybody's in a safe sort of place. Right, across to the west then. Right, probably a lot more going on here. Just notice we've got 5 infantry losses in the catastrophic loss limit box on the west sector and none at all on the east sector. Yeah, I think it would have been nicer if they'd been spread out, to be honest, because you only need 8 in either sector, so we're going to have to keep an eye on it over here. Yeah, because there's quite a few turns to go. Right, anyway. Well, the Rangers aren't part of the catastrophic loss limit anyway, so right, well, he's just removing his disruption and he's just removing his disruption. That was an unfortunate one there, like. Now what we got in here, so these are both infantry. Disruption under here as well. There was another ranger. Wait, what did he get hit by? Was that from the purple fire as well? Yeah, it was purple diamond, wasn't it? So he must have disrupted there and there. Yeah. Well, no. This actually took a hit and that got disrupted. And then he got disrupted from the blue, wasn't it? Yeah. Right, so we've got one ranger left there that could move, but yeah, I think I might come back. Ugh, it's kind of like these are in the middle, and I've got this guy stuck here now, haven't I? Well, I'll come back to that. There is a possibility of an action there, I suppose. I don't know where. I mean, I'd have to just move one of the units, like I said, probably the guy on top. But yeah, right. Let's move along and see what else we're going to do first. I think. Okay. I think I'm going to take a chance with this guy in infiltration, move him into here. What the purpose of then? Well, assuming he survives red and green next turn, to start climbing the bluff. Not sure if that's clever or not, but this is a horrible bit to try and get up. Yeah, let's go for that. So he's getting a free move. So now I've got to draw a card, and it's red. The thing is, when I do this, this isn't an infiltration like I looked at before, because this is not in red or green field of fire. So, but he's got three things to survive. He's got to survive this, and then he's got to survive red and green fire next turn. But if he can do that, the HQ is maybe going to be in here. He's going to get a free move to start the climb, and then starting the climb actually puts him in that hex, which is pretty good as long as no reinforcement turns up there just yet. Right, let's go with that. So we're going to draw a card, and we don't want a red diamond. So here we go. Good. Not red, not diamond. Okay, so he's okay. Let's see, I have no idea if that's clever or not, but we've done it. And I mean, these guys are, I think when the units get down to that stage, you're really looking to try and put them in, once you start taking some positions, put them into positions. So I guess I'm going to move both of them units. One's an anti-tank or something, isn't it? Yeah, I'm going to move both of them into there, I guess, just to free up a little bit of space. This is a ranger anyway, so he's going to get a free move no matter what. So, do I put the HQ up there? I think I do. Yeah, because it doesn't matter about him. He's got a free move both ways, so I think I do that. I mean, it's not really supporting. Hang on. These are rangers though, aren't they? I could move that into there, but it's not really. It's these guys I could do with helping, but I'm not sure I want to push it away along there. And all of these are rangers along here, so I kind of want to keep it in this area, I think. I mean, it's not, the HQ's not really, it's more along that side. The general's going to be doing more work, I think. Okay, so these are both artillery, so they better stick him with the HQ. So this is getting a free move from the general, so I'm going to put him in here. I know that's kind of a safer spot. However, he was 2 steps, and I'm getting a free move with this guy from the general. I don't want to put him in there, so I'm going to put him in there. And yeah, and it does make sense, I think, putting the HQ in here, because it's really that guy I definitely want to make a move with. That's a definite. So having the HQ giving him a free move, this doesn't matter if I don't get a free move with this, to be honest. and I might be making an action move with that this turn, so he's going to move further along, Well, he's going to move up to there if anything. Okay, so I think that's it with HQ. We still have that Ranger though, but I'm just going to wait and see just now because I suppose I could just move him into there, but I'll see. I'll come back to that. Okay, so I think we were getting an attack here though with this general, weren't we? Yeah, we've got ranged infantry and the tank. The tank can only barrage orange, as we know. Yeah, you can totally see. Whereas if I had that tank in there, I think last turn I would have got a free attempt at barrage, and now this turn I would have got another attempt at barrage in red. Because you're not able to get up to red there, so we've got loads of units round about in the red area, so yeah, well. Well, I mean, I suppose we were unlucky that tank got destroyed from this hex rather than, it could have been the other one, I suppose, but right, anyway, so yeah, I think we can work out what we're doing with this. Now, do we want to have everything? Well, like I've just said, the tank. Right, do we know anything about this? Yes, we do. So we don't know the depth, but it's got bazooka. This guy's not got bazooka. The tank would bring along bazooka, wouldn't it? Yeah. So maybe don't need the ranged infantry, however. We've not seen the depth marker yet, so whereas the ranged infantry is going to bring everything. Well, it's at range though, isn't it? So what does it? It doesn't bring infantry with range of 2, not adjacent. It brings machine gun. It doesn't bring BG or DE. So it doesn't bring Bangalore torpedoes or demolitions. We've got demolitions on that infantry. So we would be missing out the Bangalore torpedoes. Well, yeah, whatever we do with that, 'cause the tank's not bringing that either, so we don't want to see Bangalore torpedoes in, I guess. I think the better option, if I feel I can get away with it, is actually moving the tank into this hex, because then we're in a brown field of fire. Oh, I've got to remember. Yeah, hang on a minute. Can't we maybe barrage red? Because we've got an HQ now, hang on. Yeah, because the first option is the tank unit occupies a hex in the field of fire of the target hex that we want to barrage. And the second option is an undisrupted infantry unit occupies a hex in the field of fire of the target hex. The infantry unit is considered to be observing for the tank unit. Observing is not considered an action. If an infantry unit is observing for the tank unit, either the tank unit or the observing unit must be in command of an HQ or general. Well, the tank's in command of a general anyway, so as long as we have an infantry unit that's in the field of fire of red, then we could have a bash at red. And we do. We've got this guy. We've got somebody else in there as well. We've got a few options, haven't we? We're starting to wonder if we could have done that last turn. Possibly. Right, never thought about that. So, yeah, I mean, okay, it's 2, or is it? Is it 2 strength? Yeah, it is, yeah. So 2 strength against a unit with depth, we need both symbol and colour. That's right, isn't it? Yeah. Yeah, we need both. So, but it's probably worth a bash. And having the 11 strength against this, even if we don't get the weapons. Well, it's disrupted anyway. The unit's disrupted anyway, so yeah. So should we do that, Grant? Yeah, okay. Right, so we're going to make an attack with this. And we're going to support that with the ranged infantry. So we've got 11. Let's see, I think the main sort of basic weapon we're missing is the Bangor torpedoes, obviously, because these aren't adjacent. They all had to be up close, didn't they? And he wouldn't bring demolitions, but we've got demolitions from this guy anyway. Right, so we know we're just looking at the depth, really, aren't we? Because we have the weapon, we have the. Oh, wait a minute. Yeah, no, we have the BZ from the infantry with range. Yeah, we do. So we have the weapons. We're doubled. We're getting a look at the depth marker, right? And remember, he's getting double his strength on the unit. So it's a radio. Oh, I don't think. Oh, I get the feeling we don't have a radio unless we're adjacent. Or am I wrong? I'm wrong. Good. Yes, the infantry with range does bring a radio, which kind of makes sense, doesn't it? Even if he's 2 away. So we have the weapons. We've got 11 against 4. So we are doubled. Have the weapons. Depth markers eliminated. Units disrupted. Well, he's already disrupted. So we're getting rid of that depth marker. And oh yeah, we already got rid of that depth marker. Anyway, he built a new one, didn't he? Yeah. Okay. Right. Well, I suppose we've got 2 options with the tank. We could move it into here, but I think it's worth a bash to go for red, because there's a lot in red field of fire. I mean, okay, the odds aren't great, but that's all we're going to do with it, isn't it? Of course, the other thing is we could barrage brown, because no, we couldn't barrage this brown. We could only barrage this brown because it's adjacent. Oh no, that's wrong. We've got units in the field of fire from Brown, and he's in command of a general, so we could barrage that Brown position as well, which is easier to hit. Okay, I think we need to see what else we're doing though, because we've got these 2 tanks down here, and these are the 2 full strength tanks, aren't they? Or did one of them get hit? No. Yeah, we managed to avoid that, didn't we? We took the hit on that. That was good. That was quite lucky. Thing is, we probably want to move the tanks up, don't we? Right, we need to sort this situation out first. This is BG and RD, so we've got the BG under. Oops, right, he's flipped. Or we wouldn't have had any problems at all. So we've got the BG, but we don't have the radio. There's no bonuses to that, so if we were to attack again, we are double, we would disrupt this, no problem. That doesn't help us get a radio involved though, does it? Now there's a radio in this unit, but with no space in this hex. How do we resolve all that situation then, Grant? Yeah, we can we? Okay, I think I know sort of what I'm going to try. I am going to barrage the red, or attempt it. I'm wanting to do that first because I'm looking at the cards up there and there's no card I can see with a red diamond on it. So we are going to use this tank down the bottom here. He has a diamond. So he's in command of a general. Now we've not done him in general yet. He's 1, 2, 3, 4. He's within range of this. There's a infantry unit observing for him, and he's in command. So you would think they maybe needed to have the radio. Yeah, I don't know. It doesn't say that though, does it? So let me double check it again. Yeah, and I was just reading into a bit there about high ground barrages. You've got to take into account 8.12, which talks about restrictions when they're on the higher ground. But I'm pretty sure if anything's got a field of fire into a beach hex, it can be targeted from the beach. Yeah, that's the whole point. If they can shoot you, you can shoot them. The other one was just, I'm pretty sure would have remembered that, but you've got to keep it in mind that once you get to unrevealed reinforcement positions, they cannot be barraged. So do need to keep that in mind. It's quite easy to sort of get carried away and think, right, I'll barrage up there, and then you forget if it's a reinforcement. The downside with that is you've got to get up close to them, you've got to get them revealed before you can start trying to disrupt them, so it makes it harder. Right, so we're going to go with this. So we need a red, was it diamond I said? A red diamond. So the odds aren't great, but here we go. In fact, was that not what we were drawing for? It was, wasn't it, when we made our infiltration move? So now we want a red diamond. Here we go. Oh, no. Just to say nothing again. Ah, well. I'm going to have to go and sort this dog out. Right, okay. So no result there, but yeah, it was worth a try. And yeah, the reason I thought I'll go with that rather than the brown, because I think, yeah. Although, yeah, well, I need to find out. Did we draw brown there? We did. And what symbol's he? A triangle. Oh, damn it. That was a brown triangle. No, well, we're going to have to find out. Right, so I'm going to attempt... The fact orange has stayed down, and it looks like we could barrage completely brown. I'm as well just leaving this guy here, and we'll try a barrage on this brown. So it's only a single position, so, and we're full strength, so an orange or a triangle would do. So let's go for that. Oh, sorry, I said orange. Brown. Ooh, we did get an orange triangle too, but we've got the triangle. Let me double check that, because we are 4 strength. 4 strength, and there's no depth marker, and we got the symbol. Yeah, that's right. So we've got them, yeah. So we've got that disrupted, so that's good. Because if that hadn't happened, I would have then felt maybe I need to go for it with that one as well, but although that's a thought. Could we maybe barrage? But then again, if we fail the barrage, we then can't attack. Yeah, that's too risky. That's too risky. So... Right, we want to move that tank then, somewhere. Either here or here, I'm not sure. Which one's more important? Well, in actual fact, this one's maybe closer to the general, and like we've just found out, or reminded ourselves, shall we say, that a tank that's in command of a general can look else, can maybe barrage further away. Well, not in its field of fire anyway. So... yeah, so I think I will. I think I'll move that tank into here and try and get the use out of him from that general. The general actually might be moving into here now. Will he? Nah, that's maybe not necessary, is it? Right, so finally what to do, well not finally, but what to do about this situation. We could use two actions. What we could do is, hang on though, this is, we wouldn't have the weapons, but as long as we're double. So what I'm thinking is we could use just the 4 strength infantry to disrupt that. Because if we've got double without the weapons, as long as we've still got double, that's a disruption, an optional attrition, but yeah, we still can't get the radio up though, because he's in the way. I'm thinking we attack with that, and then we move the unit underneath, maybe into here. That sounds daft. I think we just attack with both, and then try and bring these two together, maybe either into here or actually probably into here. It's closer to the general too. That means that's both our actions. We're not doing anything else with any of the stuff further along the west there. Well, yeah, it doesn't make any sense not attacking. Well, to be honest, it doesn't really matter about attacking with that other guy. I don't think we should separate them, is what I'm meaning. It's too much hassle to try and manoeuvre them about. You know, I'm better just getting him in a position. I could probably bring him into here, then into here, and then by that time the general can be in here, and then the general can be in there, and then at least giving him a free. Right, okay. The action is there, and we're not doing nothing at all. Well, unless we consider the attrition and sacrifice this unit down the bottom. That feels harsh. I don't know. That's another thing I'm just not sure about. Would you guys maybe do that right now? My personal thinking is they're disrupted. That's good enough. Let's keep moving and get into better positions. You know, let's get that radio up there. Oh, yeah, okay. Tank can't move up there anyway. That was another good point Martin made. I think maybe John might have said it as well, that the tanks don't really benefit from their heroes, their wild card, you know. Whereas it lets them, you've got to be adjacent to use the wild card when you make the attack. So, and the tank can't get up past the shingle, so that is right, isn't it? Yeah, it's only infantry and leaders, yeah. Tanks can't move through the shingle. So yeah, it has to be adjacent to benefit from that. That's a really good point, you know. You know, if I'd had my hero on one of these units in here, we could have just said, right, we'll apply the radio. We'll use that wildcard hero as a radio. Anyway. Yeah, the attrition, but I don't know. Okay, so I've got one more action, so am I going to do it and move these guys into a better position, closer to the general, or right, other options are probably this guy moving up into here. We didn't manage to disrupt this red, so he's sitting in red, and although this is red, this is coming from here, So that'll put him into a safer place. And the other possible option was moving these two, but I can't see them moving as a 2 anyway. They're not in a terrible spot. It's not very great here, is it? And that guy taking that hit. No, wasn't so much taking the hit, it was actually getting disrupted as well. Well, a bit of both, I guess. Because that would have been a great turn to be able to attack there with that 5 strength ranger as a free move. Would have been great. Right, I don't see that as being the option. So it's going to be between moving this guy up into here or moving these guys into here, getting ready for that. Actually, why? Maybe this is better because the general I can move on to there just now, which I'm probably going to do. So if they don't move, and then next turn we do move them, and then the general maybe moves along again, then he's going to be able to give them a free move on the next move. It's all rather slowly can process, isn't it? And it puts this guy in a slightly safer position, and then once he's up here, I mean, okay, it's an action every time. He either comes along this way to come in behind the red position, which is probably what we want to do. Although we've got this guy about to climb, well, assuming he gets away with it, climb this bluff. So if that happens, then we might actually move this guy along here and go for this. Yeah, I think I'm going to go for that one. Controversial, maybe. So he moves up the slope here. There's no issues with that. Yeah. Yeah, and then we find out in the next fire phase what happens to this guy. If this guy survives, then he's definitely going to be climbing. Then we can consider bringing this guy along to have a go at the orange spot there. If this guy does come under trouble, we might consider the other way about. So, and that also makes me feel like I'm going to chuck this ranger into there as well and bring him up that way as well. Okay, so that means these guys are having to stay put. But I think the way it looked. Now, do I want to move the general along? I think I do. Yeah, because it will mean this tank. Can he reach? 1, 2, 3. Oh, he can't reach. I was going to say he could have had a go at red maybe, but he can't reach. Damn it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. He's one short. Oh well. So that's not really helping at all because he can barrage orange and brown. Yeah, that's a pity. Oh well. Maybe next turn, if everything stays normal, I don't need to do anything. He could move into that hex, then he can reach red on the next turn. There's a lot of thinking ahead, that, Grant. It's not good for you. Right, I think we've got one other move. We've no actions left, but we've got this ranger. Oh, what the heck are we doing with him? I don't know. Nothing? Well, I don't really want to put him up there because I don't want him to come along there. This was I don't know. Don't know what I'm doing along there. Yeah, I think actually I'm going to wheel him there. I did think about moving him into here, but he's sitting in sporadic. The 3 red, green, purple sporadic. So we need to kind of work out what we're going to do with this. It's just a bit of a bottleneck, isn't it? Unless if I move him into there and then take a chance coming along there with him. Bleh. No, I don't think so, Grant. I think possibly I want to take a chance with this guy next turn. Not attack, but infiltrate across there. And then hopefully I have that an action available to move them in and then bring the Rangers along, something like that. But it's not that I need to keep these Rangers together, admittedly, because they get free actions. It's just that there's no space. You know, I would move them into here if I could, but I can't, so that's that. Right, okay, so let me have a quick look. Let's make sure I've not missed anything. Don't think so. Used our 2 actions on both sides. All the 3 actions. Generals have moved, HQs have moved. Heroes have done their thing. Rangers, apart from this Ranger, which I've just decided to sit. Okay, right, well, I'm getting somewhere, I think. Starting to do something. Well, that's an hour and a half now. That is the full video though, I think, so it's not too bad, I suppose. Right, I'll get things cleared up and we'll just show you the big picture before we head off. Okay, there's a quick look at the big picture just before we head off. That would turn 9. Just looking at the catastrophic loss box again, and if you just glance across at the other one here, there's nothing in it. I'm sure that'll change, but I suppose the worry is I probably should be starting to look at, well, you know what, I've got brown and orange disrupted again, so that's a good place to be. But there are some risks. This guy obviously could end up, if he does take a hit, we've got red and green to avoid. Oops. Yeah, I wish he was that side. So he's potential for another loss as well. Well. Right, okay, I'll get off just now, guys, and I'll be back with turn 9 sometime soon. Okay, cheers, guys.